Well, I should have videoed this one. Hunting in the yard of a old house that, well, this property was involved in both the Battle of the Wilderness and Chancellorsville. And this hill's been good to us in the past. My brother, in fact, got a sword belt plate off of it, beautiful sword belt plate. And I just dug, really not that far from where he had dug his sword belt plate a couple of years ago, rope tensioner, rope tensioner. So we know that they were camped here. Well, this was giving me a mixed signal. Turns out to be part of a pewter button, certainly colonial. No doubt about that. Moved out to the edge of this field, soybean field. Besides the tension adjuster, I've gotten a harness buckle and some pieces of harmonica reed, a rivet, those kinds of things. This is an old site, certainly, on up to the War for Southern Independence. Anything can come up, makes it a really interesting area. Moved into these woods. I'm above this old landing. This is a colonial era landing. It has been pounded. We pounded it before, and others have pounded it. Some good items have come out, but I thought I'd come in here with the new HF coil and trying in all this heavy iron, the sonar setting. Got a hit. Coming in 88 pretty steadily. See what we got here. This soil in here is nice and sandy, so items come out very good condition. Still coming in at 88, sounding fairly shallow. All right, it is out. Small item, I think. My hand. It looks like a coin, I think. Or is that's a button. That's a button. Silver wash button, missing the shank. Had me going there for a second, but a good find nonetheless. Okay, I probably should have videoed this dig. It was a tough one. It was through roots down in this hole, fairly deep. I've got the target out. Don't know what it is yet, but it's reading in the mid-90s consistently, which could be silver. Don't want to get my hopes too much up. Alright, down here. Alright, I'm on it. Where is it? Oh, there's what it is. Alright, what is that? Looks like a Lincoln penny to me. Yep, damn Lincoln penny. Oh well, maybe next time. Well, this is a very trashy area. I was just getting a whisper out of this deep hole here. Wasn't sure it was going to be a good target at all, but it was way down there. There's the pin pointer for reference there. Just at the top of the pin pointer. But once it came out of the hole, it was blasting. Thought when I saw that it was going to be a silver coin, but it's not. It is a button, complete with shank. Nice pretty one though. Detecting into this really red mineralized dirt. Got something out of the hole. Wasn't giving me numbers. It was fairly deep. Came from the bottom of this hole here. Got it out, and it's well, there, whatever it is right here. Got it out, and it's giving me really good numbers, good solid numbers. It's going to be a little saddle reins ornamentation thing. It looks like it's brass. It has brass studs on the back. Okay, yeah, that's fairly good. Well, this was an interesting surprise. As you can see, this dirt's pretty red. It's highly mineralized, but I was hunting in sonar with the frequency set at 28 kilohertz and came up with this. It's unfortunate that the casing is rotted away, but that is a Spencer carbine bullet with the remnants of the casing. This dirt apparently isn't very friendly to the brass, and of course the black powder and the cartridge tends to eat away at the brass as well. Well, I'm in a real trashy area, and I've been pulling these ports out of the ground. They're brass. Took me a little while to realize what I was digging. I wasn't expecting them right in this area, but these are friction primers. Certainly war period. Interesting. Not that far from where I dug the fuse plug a while ago. 100, 150 yards, maybe 200 yards. Interesting nonetheless. Okay, this has given me the same sort of signal as those friction primers were. Alright, and there we go. It's another friction primer. I'll take that. Ooh. When I got over to this trashy area, I switched from deep to sonar, and getting those friction primers. This is coming in 83, 84, which is where the friction primers are coming in. As you can hear, there's a lot of iron around it. Very, very trashy ground. Alright, it's in the clod. It's fairly shallow. Alright. Oh, there it is. Another friction primer. It's 4 of them. I'll take that. Okay, I've dug out the top plug. Getting a good hit. Again, this is trashy area, so I'm hunting on sonar. Hitting strong at 85. Let's see if it's within reach of the pinpointer. And it is. I put it right on it. Alright, well, apparently it came out. Ah, I see it. That is a Colt bullet, and a pretty little Colt bullet. Yes, sir. Nice bullet. Well, I really don't know what I've got here. Maybe some sort of piece of jewelry. I thought for sure I had a button when it came up. Appears that it may have decoration around the edge. May have had a stone or something in the center. It's got a loop on the back for attachment. Don't know. Well, I didn't video this one live because I've been digging a lot of good signals, but they've all turned out to be pieces of lead, pieces of brass, that kind of thing, spoon handle. Nothing worth showing. This, I don't know, it's a button. I don't think it's just a regular flat button. I've cleaned it all. I can clean it out here in the field. Looks like it may have a design in the face. Can't tell what it is at this point. Real trashy area. Okay, I'll go ahead and video this as a live dig. This is where I just dug that button. Getting the signal here. Reading pretty consistently in the 70s. Lots of iron in the ground. See what we got. May just be a big piece of iron, but let's see. I'm afraid that's what it is. Numbers are reading iron now. See a lot of iron in the ground. Still getting a good enough signal though. Piece of horseshoe, and that may be it. Yeah, I think that was it. This piece of horseshoe here. Right there. Alright, I'm going to give this one a shot at a live dig. Coming in mid-80s, solid and consistently. Still in the hole. Reading upper 80s now. Alright, it's out. Reading 87. Ah, there it is. Looks like a flat button. That's what it is. It's a flat button. Nice, pretty green one, though. Looks like the shank is there, probably been over. Well, I really didn't think this was going to be anything any good. It's blasting my ears off. Wasn't all that deep. But it's a big drawer pull. Pretty green patina. Like to get a plate out of here with that kind of patina. Old house sites, you never know what you're going to come up with. This one's just giving me a whisper, but it's not far from where I dug that drawer pull. No numbers, but a good solid whisper. Let's see what we've got. Now it's giving me in the low to mid 70s. It's out. Must be a small item. All right, let's see. Fell out. In my hand. Not seeing anything. Here it is, I think. Looks like it's a little button, or a little piece of lead. I think it's just a little piece of lead. Yeah, that's all it is, a little piece of lead. Well, I should have videoed this one. Thought at first when it came out it was just a piece of junk, but that in fact is the handle of a candle holder, candlestick holder. That is as colonial era as it can be, and this house site does date back into the 1700s. Very, very cool.